Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest Chapter 2. I know this video is a couple days late. It came out first translated yesterday, but I've had a busy day, and I only had time to get out the one Eden Zero chapter, so in the next day or two we'll have this, we'll have Boruto of Angels of Death, then come Titan's new episode on Sunday. I should be really back into the swing of things because my job ends tomorrow. Then I'll be back home for the rest of summer until the end of September. But anyway, when we last left our heroes, we were introduced to 3 new members of Fairy Tail, 2 of whom ran away almost immediately, and then we were met with Touka, who is a huge Natsu fangirl after he saved her from bandits during the post-Tartarus time skip. And then we cut to the new continent of, it starts with a G, but I forget what it's called, which is where the 100 Years Quest is. And Team Natsu has traveled there, found some, snowing ether nano crystals, and reached the original Mage Guild Magia Dragon, where they were met with a dragon who is the quest giver, Eleftheria. And that was where we left off last chapter, 2 days ago. We have a color cover, I always get that word confused, of the entire cast of Fairy Tail hanging out in the guild. Gray is still rejecting Juvia's advances. I thought he had developed past that. I thought he and Juvia were a thing now. But yeah, it's just it's a picture of the whole guild. Okay, Chapter 2, The Dragon Slayer's Pedigree. And the cover picture is Natsu eating meat as Lucy cries. A new continent crossing series. Go Future. Alright, so this kind of makes it seem like this series will not be just a 1-volume kind of deal, I've been kind of worried about. It's calling it a continent crossing series, which seems like it's kind of longer than just a mini-series. But anyway, we jump right back into where we left off last week, as Eleftheria looms over Team Natsu. So you're the one giving out the 100 Years Quest, eh? Hey, Natsu, let's try to be a little more polite, yeah? He's pretty scary. Indeed. I'd like you to tell me something. This is supposed to be a mage guild, right? Who are you? And Eleftheria looks at Urza. And Gray speaks up. It's definitely more than a little bit strange that there are no mages in this guild. Where are they? I am all that is here. The humans have all grown old and perished. Grown old? Did you not take any new members? A strange guild. Such was the age. New guilds took root across the land, and the young flocked to them instead. Eventually, none remained in the oldest guilds of them all. That doesn't necessarily explain why a dragon took up residence in it, but... Wait, this smell. And Natsu and Wendy both notice something. Yep, I've been wondering the same thing. And Eleftheria looks at them. You're a human, aren't ya? Huh? And Eleftheria looks at him as everyone freaks out in shock. Foo. And he starts to laugh and release smoke. And he becomes an old man. I think he's the old man from the beginning of chapter 1. Well seen. I am the originator of all mage guilds, not gauge mills. Of all gauge mills. No, of all mage guilds. Eleftheria, the first master of Magia Dragon. A human? The originator of all guilds? So you've been alive for more than 100 years? Indeed, nothing to be so perplexed by. And he warps behind Lucy. Let me explain in a way that you all will understand. Consider Acnologia. What in the world does he... I am the same as he. As Acnologia? The price of Dragon Slayer magic. Oh, more Dragon Slayers. Okay. So I did see some complaints as to why Acnologia did not just kill this guy. And I guess that kind of maybe because he wasn't really a dragon, he was just a slayer, is why Acnologia kind of gave him a free pass. It's still kind of weird that Acnologia did not try to kill Eleftheria, but I don't know. It makes more sense that way. The same way he didn't go out trying to kill Eileen for all those years. I could not prevent it from catching up to me. I became a dragon. So you were a dragon slayer? Yes, but a self-taught one. And everyone freaks out in shock. I acquired dragon slayer magic to defeat dragons. Look, can you not flit around the place like that? Stay still. And he shows up in Lucy's boobs. This, Mashima, why? You were doing so good about, not doing the fan service in Eden Zero. Can we just keep that streak up for 100 Years Quest, please? I mean, I know Fairy Tail, infamous for its fan service, but, I kind of had, gotten my hopes up with Eden Zero. But anyway, well, it's been quite a while since I've seen a young maiden like this. I'm just ever so nervous. You little, and he like reaches in to like try to pull Eleftheria out, but he warps away anyway. Foo. Don't foo me. You can take your hand out now. Thanks, Lucy. I mean, the last guy that showed up was this grizzly old guy. And they all think Gildarts, right? And before that, a macho guy, and before that, a ruffian, and before that, too. What wonderful times we live in, to be blessed with maiden mages like these. Alright, I already don't like this guy. I like his dragon form, but his human form is just like the pervy old man trope. That, like, it takes a lot to make the pervy old man trope work. Like, Jiraiya just barely made it work, and I'm not a fan of Eleftheria so far. Eleftheria is no Jiraiya. What wonderful times we live in, to be blessed with maiden mages like these. He's nothing like that dragon from earlier. So this is who the originator of all mage guilds is, eh? Terrible. And Urza speaks up. I see. I feel your pain. You do? And in the end, not a single one returned. Gildarts did. That last one, right? True. He was the first to return alive. I heard he wasn't exactly in one piece, however. His left arm and leg and his organs had all been destroyed. And Natsu, like, thinks about that. I forget. Has Gildarts had, like, fake limbs this whole time? I never noticed that. Then again, I barely ever noticed Sasuke only having one arm, but, like, so I'm not exactly the most noticing person in the world, but still, it's a little ridiculous. Do you really have what it takes to take on this job? We're here, aren't we? Good old Gray, like, cutting straight to the chase. And meanwhile, back at Fairy Tail, Juvia is, like, super upset about Gray being gone. Why in the world are Juvia and the others here? And Letty speaks up. I mean, if you don't want to be, just take a job. Okay, let us go on a job. The job will be risking life and limb to protect my dear Gray. Juvia's the client, and Juvia will take the job. And Makarov's like, oh? Can you not believe in and wait for the return of your beloved? Oh, Touka's going at her. Okay. What did you... I believe that my dear Natsu will return, and then you will accept my love for him. You shouldn't expect much from Natsu on that front. Yeah, Lucy and Lisana have been waiting a long time for that. You're right. Lucy, Lisana, Urza, there are many women around your dear Natsu. And Lisana shuts down Nali, like, once and for all. Why am I one of them? Well, I guess if there were any Nali shippers still around, I guess we're dead now. Alright, Lisana. I see you. I've heard much, and Touka is, like, rebutting at Juvia. I've heard much about Gray, too, you know. Ultir, Kana, Briar, and Urza. There are many women hovering around him, too. Sorry, but I'm dating this barrel right now. Who's Briar? I don't remember Briar. What? Who is Briar, anyway? Let me see if I can Google that real fast. Briar Fairy Tail Wiki. Oh, one of the Avatar members. Fuck, I'd forgotten about her. Okay, she's super minor. How does Touka know about that? Like, how does she know about so much? Like what Juvia knows, like, makes sense. Like, you know, she's around Lucy and Lisana and Urza enough. But, like, how does Touka know about Ultir? Ultir should be, like, classified shit. Or it seems fairly obscure enough on this continent that no one would recognize her. I mean, Kana, I don't know why she'd think Kana would be with Gray. That's weird. How the fuck does she know about Briar? Why is information about Gray being an Avatar out? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, what did you say? So they're still, like, raging at each other. The truth, that's all. Oh my, they're already such fast friends. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the relationship between Touka and Juvia. On the one hand, it's kind of funny, and I like them not just being, like, rivals in love. Because that's just kind of a tired trope. And then, like, being friends over their similarly intense obsessions over different guys is kind of funny, I guess. But I don't know, I'm still not really feeling Touka just yet. But Gajil looks on at them in concern. What's the matter, Gajil? That woman. Did she just mention Briar? See, Gajil's got what I'm thinking going on. How does she know about that? Briar. That girl from Avatar, right? What about her? Nothing. And Touka's, like, pouting at Juvia, and Gajil's just looking at her in, like, concern and distrust. Meanwhile, back at Magia Dragon. First, I'm going to need you all to sign this contract. It states that you will, under no circumstance, speak of the specifics of the 100 Years Quest to anyone. And even if you should lose your life, neither the clients nor the Magic Council can be held liable. Wait a second. The Magic Council has jurisdiction in this other continent? What? I thought they only had jurisdiction in Fior. let alone all of Ishgar. I mean, they certainly don't have jurisdiction in, like, Alexitasia. But here? Okay. Maybe there's another magic council around? I don't know. Fine by me. And everyone kind of, like, nods at, Eleftheria. Okay. And Lucy's, like, shaking. On second thought, why don't I just go home now? What? That's not in character for Lucy. What? Lucy, you're leaking. That's sweat. And she thinks back to 1 week ago. I made it this far on impulse, but I'm starting to actually get scared. I mean, this is the 100 Years quest, the job that no one has ever completed. Princess. And she's talking with the Virgo, I should have mentioned. I am forbidden from speaking openly of it, but I have a feeling. And Lucy, like, looks at her. A premonition that a reunion awaits you in Giltena. It's Aquarius. She's gonna get back with Aquarius. Oh, my heart, my fucking Aquarius loving heart. Oh, my lord. A reunion? Could that mean, I've gone and said what I shouldn't have. I'm going to get punished for sure. Super hard. And Lucy thinks of Aquarius' like snapped key. I'm going to press on, because everyone's with me. And she signs the contract. Okay, tell us. What's the 100 Years quest all about? And Eleftheria grins. Very well. And he summons an orb into his hand. It is, in truth, a very simple task. Giltena's holy Pentadrakes. Seal these 5 dragons. How are there 5 dragons that Acnologia didn't kill? What? Or, that dragon, like, right there looks kind of like Acnologia. So is Acnologia one of the Pentadrakes? Because I thought Gildar's injuries were caused by Acnologia, right? Isn't that what it was? I don't know, let's move on. Giltena's holy Pentadrakes. 5 dragons? So the 100 Years quest is a dragon extermination missions? The reason I learned Dragon Slayer magic. It was all to defeat those 5 dragons. However, the Pentadrakes, they are crowned gods. They possess horrific destructive power. Each of them is arguably as strong as Acnologia. So that's how Acnologia didn't kill them. They only beat Acnologia by all the Dragon Slayers teaming up, along with every single mage in Fior. Or was it every mage in Fior or every mage in Ishgar? Like, there were a lot. But Natsu, like, pounds his fists together. You know what's coming. Dragon killing. I'm getting all fired up. Seal the Pentadrakes. This grand quest is heating up in the next chapter. Alright, so. I have a lot of. So last chapter, I definitely expressed concern that I wasn't sure what role exactly Touka was going to take in the plot. And after this chapter, I'm definitely feeling a more definitive role for her, now that, like, she seems to have some weird connection to Avatar, which was always kind of, like, one of the weirder arcs from the original series. It was just kind of, like, practically a filler arc that really accomplished nothing. It's nice to see it actually being kind of relevant in the present, even if every single character from that arc was so forgettable. Like, who remembered Briar? In the comments, if you remembered Briar, please rub it in. You deserve to rub it in if you remember Briar. No one remembers Briar. Because somehow Touka remembers Briar, despite the fact she should have no knowledge of that arc. And Gajiel is right, and thankfully Gajiel calls her out on that being, or calls that out on being weird. He does not specifically call out Touka for knowing that. So I am definitely liking the progression of that whole storyline, of the stuff going on back at the guilds. Then moving on to the quest proper, I wonder, are the 5 Pentadrakes allies? Are they, like, is that why Acnologia couldn't kill them? Because the 5 of them together are stronger than he is? Or is it that, like, I don't know, Acnologia forgot about a continent? Because Mashima's sure not thinking of this continent yet. But yeah. I'm definitely curious to see where we go from here. I'm curious. I hope the 5 dragons have, like, really cool elements. Like, we kind of saw some, like, weird elements from God Serena, but God Serena got his ass whooped so fast that we kind of missed out on that, I feel. Which is always a bit of a shame. God Serena as a whole was a bit of a shame, let's be honest. But yeah, so all in all, I'm really digging the chapter. I'm curious to see where we're going to go from here with both the Pentadrakes and with Touka, who's definitely becoming a more mysterious character as time goes on. I'm glad she's not just a Natsu-themed Juvia clone. That's what I was really worried about when she was first introduced. And now that we've seen her, act a little bit, she's not just Juvia, but obsessed with Natsu instead. So yeah. I'm really digging the series so far. I think it's got a lot of potential. It's going to be a lot of fun. Even if it's just like a quick, 4-month miniseries. I don't know. It doesn't, with 5 Acnologia powered dragons, I feel like it's going to go on for at least a year. It does not feel like a like one and done series. Even with Mashima's not being the best at handling over the top fights, or the ends of over the top fights, I should say. He's really good at setup, as I've said in the past. I'm not entirely sure where we're going from here. I don't know how long it will take to fight these 5 dragons, but I'm excited to see where we go. I still love this cast. I've loved this cast since I was, like, in high school. So I was in, like, just finished middle school, was when I first started watching Fairy Tail. And now, here we are. And I'm excited to see where we go from here, but that's really, I'm repeating myself again, so I'm gonna leave the video off here. I hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video. If you did, feel free to drop me a like, subscribe, or whatever the fuck you want. I don't really care. And as always, people, keep kicking ass, and I'll see you in the future. Bye.